Deep within the shadowed hollows of West Virginia, a chilling legend took flight. It speaks of a creature unlike any other, a harbinger of dread that left an indelible mark on a small town. This is the story of the Mothman, a cryptid whose very name evokes a shiver. Described as a towering, winged entity, its most terrifying feature was its eyes. They glowed with an unnatural, fiery red, piercing the darkness and the souls of those who encountered it. For 13 harrowing months, this creature terrorized the unsuspecting residents of PointPleasant. From late 1966 through 1967, the Mothman became a living nightmare. Its presence was a constant, unsettling whisper in the wind, a shadow lurking just beyond the periphery of sight. The town was gripped by an inexplicable fear, a collective dread that something ancient and malevolent had awakened. The Mothman left behind a legacy not just of fear, but of profound speculation. Its story is a tapestry woven with eyewitness accounts, official reports, and a pervasive sense of the unknown. To this day, its existence remains one of the most compelling mysteries in cryptid lore. The core mystery endures. Was this creature a dire warning, a silent prophet of impending doom? Or was it something far more sinister, an active participant in the tragedies that followed its appearance? The debate continues to fuel fascination and fear. This enigma challenges our understanding of the natural world and the boundaries of reality itself. The Mothman legend forces us to confront the possibility that some horrors are not just stories, but tangible threats that walk among us. The terror began on a cold, clear night, November 15, 1966. Two young couples, Roger and Linda Scarberry, and Steve and Mary Millette, were driving near PointPleasant, West Virginia. Their route took them past an abandoned TNT area, a desolate landscape already steeped in an eerie quiet. As they passed the old power plant, a colossal figure emerged from the shadows. It was unlike anything they had ever seen, a creature of immense size and terrifying aspect. Their lives and the town's peace would never be the same. The witnesses described a 7-foot-tall entity, its body dark and indistinct. What truly horrified them was its wingspan, estimated to be 10 feet or more, unfurling with an unsettling grace. This was no ordinary bird, no known animal. But it was the eyes that burned into their memories, large, circular, and glowing with an intense, chilling red light. They seemed to bore directly into their souls. These eyes were the signature of the nightmare that had just begun. Panic seized the couples as the creature took flight. It pursued their car, a dark, silent shadow keeping pace with their desperate escape. They pushed the vehicle to its limits, speeding down the winding roads. Even at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, the winged terror kept up. It glided effortlessly, its massive form a constant, terrifying presence in their rearview mirror. The pursuit felt endless, a relentless chase by an impossible predator. Finally, they reached the safety of PointPleasant, bursting into the local police station. Shaken and breathless, they recounted their unbelievable tale to Deputy Millard Halstead. Their fear was palpable, their story consistent. Deputy Halstead, initially skeptical, later confirmed the couple's genuine terror. The incident was officially reported, marking the first documented sighting of what would soon be known as the Mothman. The nightmare had been given a name. The Scarberry and Millette encounter was not an isolated incident. In the weeks and months that followed, a wave of similar reports swept through PointPleasant and the surrounding areas. Over 100 witnesses came forward, each with their own terrifying account. For 13 consecutive months, the Mothman made its presence known. It appeared in fields, near homes, and along deserted roads, always leaving a trail of fear and confusion. The town found itself under siege by an unknown entity. Despite the varied circumstances of the sightings, the descriptions remained remarkably consistent. Witnesses spoke of a towering height, often estimated at 7 feet or more. Its imposing stature alone was enough to inspire dread. The immense wings were a recurring detail, described as bat-like or angelic yet always dark and menacing. They allowed the creature to move with an unnatural speed and silence, appearing and disappearing without a trace. And always those glowing red eyes. They were the creature's most distinctive and terrifying feature, a constant across every report. These eyes seemed to possess an intelligence, a malevolent awareness that chilled observers to the bone. The escalating reports drew the attention of journalist and paranormal investigator John Keel. Intrigued by the sheer volume and consistency of the sightings, Keel immersed himself in the unfolding mystery. He moved to PointPleasant, determined to uncover the truth. Keel's meticulous investigation and subsequent book, The Mothman Prophecies, would immortalize the legend. His work not only documented the sightings, but also explored the deeper, more unsettling phenomena surrounding the creature. He gave the Mothman a global stage. The Mothman's appearances were often accompanied by a host of other bizarre occurrences. Residents reported strange, garbled phone calls, voices speaking in unknown languages, or static-filled whispers. The very air seemed charged with an unnatural energy. Unsettling figures, later dubbed the Men in Black, began to appear in town. These mysterious individuals, dressed in dark suits, questioned witnesses and seemed to discourage further investigation. Their presence added another layer of paranoia to the already tense atmosphere. UFO sightings also dramatically increased in the region during this period. Lights in the sky, strange aerial maneuvers, and unexplained phenomena became commonplace. It seemed PointPleasant had become a focal point for the inexplicable. The town was gripped by a pervasive sense of supernatural dread, a feeling of being under siege by forces beyond comprehension. The Mothman was not just a creature, it was the epicenter of a terrifying, unfolding paranormal event. The 13 months of terror reached their horrifying climax on December 15, 1967. On that fateful day, the Silver Bridge, a vital artery connecting PointPleasant, West Virginia, to Gallipolis, Ohio, catastrophically collapsed. It was a disaster that would forever be linked to the Mothman. The collapse occurred during rush hour, plunging vehicles and their occupants into the icy waters of the Ohio River below. The sheer scale of the tragedy was immense, a sudden and brutal end to what had been a normal day. 46 innocent lives were lost in the disaster, a devastating blow to the small community. The bridge, a symbol of connection, became a monument to loss and unanswered questions. The town was plunged into mourning and disbelief. In the aftermath, chilling accounts emerged that solidified the Mothman's association with the tragedy. Multiple witnesses claimed to have seen the creature on or near the Silver Bridge in the days and even moments leading up to its collapse. Its glowing red eyes were reportedly seen surveying the structure. These reports fueled a terrifying debate. Was the Mothman a warning, a silent sentinel attempting to avert disaster? Or was it a malevolent entity, its presence a precursor to, or even a cause of, the catastrophic failure? The creature became inextricably linked to the deaths. The thematic debate continues to haunt the legend. If it was a warning, why was it not understood? If it was a malevolent force, what was its purpose? The Silver Bridge disaster transformed the Mothman from a local cryptid into a figure of profound, tragic significance. This connection to disaster is not unique to PointPleasant. Similar creatures, often described as winged humanoids or dark omens, have been reported globally. These entities frequently appear in the vicinity of other major catastrophes, from mining accidents to building collapses. These global parallels suggest a pattern, a disturbing possibility that some cryptids are more than just folklore. They might be harbingers, dark angels of misfortune, or perhaps something even more unsettling, entities that feed on human suffering. The Silver Bridge disaster cemented the Mothman's place in history, not just as a cryptid, but as a chilling symbol of unexplained tragedy. Its story became a cautionary tale, a dark whisper about the thin veil between our world and something far more terrifying. The Mothman's story, far from ending with the Silver Bridge disaster in 1967, has proven to be remarkably resilient. The legend did not fade into obscurity. Instead, it lay dormant, waiting for the right conditions to re-emerge. The creature's terrifying narrative continues to unfold. In recent years, the Mothman has experienced a startling resurgence, shifting its focus from the quiet hollows of West Virginia to the bustling metropolis of Chicago. The urban landscape now provides a new stage for this ancient terror. Since 2017, numerous sightings have been reported in the Chicago area, earning the entity a new moniker, the Chicago Mothman. These encounters have occurred in various locations, including the vicinity of O'Hare International Airport, a hub of constant activity. The characteristics of these modern sightings eerily mirror the original descriptions from PointPleasant. Witnesses consistently report a large, winged humanoid with glowing red eyes. The creature's silent flight and imposing presence remain unchanged. Just as in West Virginia, these modern encounters often precede or coincide with local accidents or minor catastrophes. A sense of unease and foreboding frequently accompanies the sightings, echoing the dread felt by the original witnesses. The pattern of a harbinger seems to persist. Skeptics, of course, offer scientific explanations for these phenomena. They suggest misidentified cranes, large owls, or even elaborate hoaxes as the true culprits. The human mind, they argue, is prone to seeing patterns where none exist, especially when fear is involved. However, the sheer volume and consistency of the accounts, spanning decades and diverse locations, raise profound questions. The enduring presence of this creature, defying easy categorization, challenges conventional understanding. It refuses to be dismissed. A particularly unsettling example occurred in 2023. A sighting of the Chicago Mothman was reported just days before a significant train derailment in the area. This incident, like so many before it, reignited the debate about the creature's true nature. The enduring question remains, are cryptids like the Mothman truly harbingers of disaster, appearing as a warning or a dark omen before tragedy strikes? Do they possess some supernatural ability to sense impending doom, or perhaps even influence it? Or conversely, do disasters themselves create the psychological conditions for such sightings? Does collective fear and trauma manifest in the form of a terrifying entity, a projection of our deepest anxieties? The mystery of the Mothman continues to defy easy answers.